Elevate your morning cup of coffee at Café Ciro in Dallas. With creative flavors like choco-banana and tres leches, this popular coffee spot is celebrating the artistry of coffee in every sip. Brittany Guareca is the owner at Café Ciro. She joins us to share her love for coffee. It is so lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I am so blessed to be here.
The feeling is mutual. What an honor to learn about your journey. Let's talk about Ciro and who Ciro is, and also like when your love for coffee started at such a young age.
Well, I'm going to start off by saying Café Ciro, it's the name of our coffee shop. Ciro actually stands, well, it's my grandfather's name.
Yeah.
So it just kind of went perfect. When I first started, the whole concept of Café Ciro, I kept thinking of like, what would be a good name, something catchy. My grandfather literally played the father role for me growing up. I wanted to do something to honor him, and I said, whoa, Café Ciro just goes perfect.
Yes.
And it's been a blessing for sure. And
yes, let's jump ahead to the present day, and then we'll go back a little bit more to your story and about what you offer and what you're so good at, specifically like the coffee. You do pop-ups?
Yes.
Okay.
We do pop-ups all over Dallas. We did a pop-up in Houston once, and people from Dallas followed us to Houston to support. And yeah, we do a lot of pop-ups all around DFW.
And obviously they love the flavor of your coffee. What are some of the different flavors? Because I'm already just like craving it, even though I gave up coffee. I'm like, oh, that sounds so good.
One of our best sellers is going to be the mazapan latte. All of the flavors that we have been curated and created by me. I've played around in the kitchen kind of like a scientist, and just making experiments, and then some of them come out a little bit funny, but for most part they turn out a pretty good flavor. And I think that's what makes us different. We have a lot of Mexican flavored lattes, such as choco-banana, like you mentioned. We use real banana, we mush it in front of you, and we make the latte. We use chocolate, we make the chocolate abuelita, and we add a little bit of espresso in there. It's just, it's crazy how many ideas come up to me out of nowhere. I'll be sleeping and I'll be like, oh, you know what, that would be perfect. And then I wake up the next day and I'm like, new flavor coming soon.
Wow. And it's so significant because 2 years ago, from the day of this recording, is when you started.
Yes.
Tell me about those humble beginnings.
Two flavors. I started with churro and tres leches. Those two flavors were our first flavors. We started out of my parents' front yard, and it just kind of popped off from there.
And $100. And
$100.
It's just grown so much.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the food. I think you're so brilliant because you sell mini pancakes, which means I could be like eating them with my hands.
Yes.
You're so smart.
Yes, so we actually came up with the idea of bringing something apart from the coffee, because we started with the coffee. And I'm like, you know what? People keep asking us if we have cookies, if we have this, if we have that. And I'm like, I'm gonna bring my mom into this, and I'm gonna have her make these mini pancakes that I've seen on social media before. And she was like, but I can't. I was like, yes, Mom, you make the best waffles, you make the best pancakes, you can do it. And she was like, okay. And we did. We brought in the mini pancakes, and then a little bit after that, we wanted something more like, salty that could go with like a little bit of coffee, and something like more breakfast. And we brought in what's the chilaquiles, and my dad actually makes the chilaquiles. So we have a whole family in the business.
And your dad was just in here.
Yes.
It was so nice, and those smell so good. Now, if I want to eat your food and drink your drinks, but like in bulk, you do catering.
We do caterings.
Okay.
Yes, we offer caterings. We've done a lot of caterings for a lot of big companies, a lot of schools as well. And we love the idea of being part of like special events. So definitely you can find us on social media, and we will be glad to be part of your daughter's 15 wedding, whatever it is. Yeah. This actually gets booked a lot for weddings, like the midnight snack.
Yeah.
And these are our catering sizes, the smaller ones, and we just pop up like around like 12 midnight.
Wow.
And people they love those. So these are like our main caterings for weddings.
You want to make sure and point out that you are working on a brick and mortar location. Tell me the significance about its location in Pleasant Grove.
So yes, we are working on our first brick and mortar. We will be the first coffee shop in Pleasant Grove, and this means so much to me because that is exactly where we started, and that's where we have the most support. Like most of our community, it's in Pleasant Grove, and it's just crazy to say that I'm the first coffee shop to be open in Pleasant Grove.
So helping to restore that area near South Dallas.
Yes.
So lovely to meet you. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much.
And it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So exciting. To learn more about Café Ciro and to find out where they are popping up next, follow them on Instagram at the Café Ciro.